Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4 and we will discuss about Technology-Integrated English for Specific Purposes Lessons, Real-Life Language, Tests, and Tools for Professionals. And this is our group. The first one is me, Farid, Faqih, Kusuma, Budi as moderator.
My name is Sarwendah Febrianti.
My name is Yasmin Alifa Ch. My name is Fadilah. Salimah.
So the first material will be delivered by me as the moderator. Introduction. So English for Specific Purposes or ESP, including Business English or BE, has a long history and has become increasingly popular since the 1960s. From Anthony 1997, universities now offer MAs in ESP courses. There are ESP and BE journals and special interest groups like IATEFL or TESOL, ESP SIGs from Anthony 1997 and BE SIGs. Many language schools offer ESP and BE courses, and increasing numbers of more and more specialist ESP course books for subjects such as aviation, medicine, and legal English, or BE books such as English for email are published. So the second material is what is ESP. In the beginning, teachers often thought that in ESP courses, teaching specific vocabulary was their task. However, in many situations, adult professionals know the technical terms related to their field much better than the teacher, who often doesn't know the field-specific terminology. From smoke 2003. And then what learners need is to learn how to use those words in sentences and how to understand authentic text with certain field-specific expressions, or how to communicate effectively in typical situations that arise in their jobs. This is why the analysis of needs, discourse genre, and linguistic corpora has become so important. From Dudley Evans and Jones, 1991, Havings, 2002 in ESP. So the next material will be delivered by Sarwendah.
Absolute characteristic of ESP. ESP is defined to meet specific needs of the learner. ESP makes use of underlying methodology and activities of the discipline it serves. ESP is centered on the language, grammar, lexis, register, study skill, discourse, and genre appropriate for these activities. Variable characteristic of ESP. ESP may be related to or designed for specific discipline. ESP may use in specific teaching situation a different methodology from that of general language. ESP is likely to be designed for adult learner either at tertiary level institution or in professional work situation. It could, however, be for learner at secondary school level. ESP is generally designed for intermediate or advanced students. Most ESP courses assume some basic knowledge of the language system. The next material is a brief history of technology used in ESP. Technology role in language learning in general and in ESP in particular has changed over time and significantly so in recent years. Not only has the view of learning changed with time, from the behaviorist to communicative to an integrative view, but technology has also evolved and become more ubiquitous in everyday life, and particularly in the professional world. Both of these have affected how technology is employed in ESP lesson.
The next material is about benefits of technology used in ESP. Some benefits of technology in language learning are the same for ESP learners as for general English learners. For example, finding native speakers as learning or communication partners, or reading or watching the news in the target language for those who do not have easy access to this locally. In lessons, teachers can bring the outside world into the classroom, provide authentic context in which English is used, expose students to the different varieties and accents of English, and given students listening practice. Battle Text Call in 2009, 2 until 3 list 14 advantages of technology for ESP, which later described in more detail. 1. Provides interaction and communicative activities representative of specific professional or academic environments. 2. Foster understanding of the socio-cultural aspect of the language as practiced in various fields and professions. 3. Provides comprehensible file-specific input and facilitates student production. 4. Provides sheltering strategies for language development and content-specific understanding. 5. Use task-based and inquiry-based strategies reflective of tasks in discipline-specific setting in situations. 6. Use authentic materials from specific disciplines and occupations. 7. Supplies authentic audience, including outside expert in specific fields. 8. Support cognitive abilities and critical thinking skills required in these disciplines. 9. Uses collaborative learning. 10. Facilitates focused practice for the development of reading, writing, listening, and speaking skill across the curriculum and disciplines. 11. Is student-centered and addresses specific needs of students. 12. Uses multiple modalities to support different learning styles. 13. Meets effective needs of students' motivation, self-esteem, and autonomy. And last, provides appropriate feedback and assessment of content knowledge and English skills. And next, technologies for ESP. There are many different technologies that are successful used in ESP course, from the traditional tape recorder or CD player to interactive whiteboards, ICT Web 2.0 tools, mobile technologies, and 3D virtual environment. It is impossible to list them all. And next is Skype or online conferencing tools. There are many online voice over internet protocol services that allow users to make telephone or video calls and conduct group conference using their computer. And Skype is one of the better known and is widely used. In its basic form, the application is freely downloadable, and calls made between computers are without charge. Audio and video conference can be made between participants. However, free Skype also allows screen sharing, which means that the teacher or students can show Word document, slide presentations, or website on their screen to the other participants in a Skype session to talk about them or explain something.
The next material is about using of ESP, especially in business English. The course is a blend of a face-to-face component, which takes place at the organization, and an online component. It is not compulsory, but employers are encouraged to participate. The majority of the audio and written text are authentic materials from the organization itself. A mix of technologies such as an educational platform, Skype, email, and virtual conferencing rooms are used. The internet is also used to introduce the students to tools such as online dictionaries. Conference call simulations are held by Skype, as this is the tool which is used by the company for the same purpose. Firewall can sometimes be an issue, which is why technologies which are used by the organization are chosen whenever possible. Permission from the IT department had to be sought to install Skype and some other tools. Having said that, these particular learners do value human interaction and would therefore not want a fully online course. The online component is used to reinforce what was learned in class and to simulate work situations in which they have to operate in English on the internet. Most teachers at the language institution are ready to learn how to use technology in class, and even the more hesitant ones have had some experience with using it for teaching and learning process. And the next material is about challenges of technology used in ESP. Teachers and institutions that integrate technology into their ESP course can face multiple other challenges by Felix 2005, Rajka 2003, and White 2007, such as first, issues of accessibility, availability, and reliability of the technology. Second, the need for one-off and ongoing teacher and learning training. Third, varying levels of teach savviness of teachers and learners. Fourth, time and resources needed to create technology-integrated courses. 5. The need for new ways of managing classes in which technology is used, including how to deal with technical problems during lessons. And the last, having to adapt to changing roles of teachers as well as learners, particularly in online courses.
The last material is conclusion. The conclusion is, whether they like technology or not, ESP teachers today cannot afford not to integrate technology into their courses because technology plays an essential role in their learners' everyday professional lives, in which they need digital and electronic literacy skills to communicate internationally across cultural borders using different media, and to become autonomous learners who can keep up with the fast-paced professional world. Teachers who like technology and feel comfortable using it will keep up with the latest developments and often readily adopt and experiment with various technologies in their teaching, whether offline or online. And in ESP, as we can see from the case studies, the reason for using technology is not only or always because it makes learning the language more effective or efficient, but also because it can offer tools that simulate real-life work situations while giving students the opportunity to acquire and practice essential 21st century professional skills. That is the conclusion. Thank you for watching our group. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.